What is going on, guys? You're back with another video on our 49ers franchise. It is week 1 of season 2, and boy, are we hyped. There are some names, some really big names, some really good offensive players. We added a lot of talent on the defense. We added some veterans that aren't really getting paid a whole lot, but they're trying to compete for a ring, and obviously we've shown them enough that we can give them that chance. We have 2 spots left on the roster. We may make some signings in a moment. Ryan Tannehill is the backup quarterback. That's a new name. Derrick Henry is going to be the backup running back. He just didn't show us enough in preseason. Maybe he takes the spot over him, Breida, later on in the season. You know, who knows? Maybe there's an injury. I don't know. You know, we'll see. We also made a huge trade. We traded for Kiki QT, 93 speed, 90 excel, decent ball player, and of course, rather fast. Definitely going to, see him burning in the slot. Of course, Goodwin, that could be the replacement for him in the future. He's 29. He's getting up there in the age, especially for a guy that relies so heavily on his speed. We also traded Kyle Juszczyk and a 5th-round pick for a 3rd-round pick because we drafted a fullback, Patrick Culver, and then offensive lineman. This is a big one. Joe Staley moves to right guard to give some help for Lamb, and then Lamb plays right tackle. Joe Staley, he's actually kind of fit for guard. He's very fast, and he's a bit of a run-blocking type of guy. So, I think he's perfect for the guard position, and, let's see. Maybe he even wants to stay another year. And then looking at the defensive side of the ball, the new names, White, Mr. Kevin White. Of course, here, very interesting. We changed his look up with his face mask and all that. And it kind of just revealed his development trait. I don't know how that happened, but yay, I guess. So, unfortunately, he's not as good as we thought, but still a very talented player with lots of upside. And then we have Pierce as the new number 1 strong safety. Tart is going to be playing backup, and he's going to be playing a lot of different roles. So, even though he's not the starter, he may see the field just as much, if not even more, perhaps. Of course, we're going to put him in the sub-linebacker spot. Looking at the power halfback, going to go to Henry. Breida as the 3rd down, and that's pretty much that. This is the starting roster. Let's get excited, boys. Let's get this season off to a great start. Going against the Panthers, though, we have to face these X Factors. They have more than just 2 X Factors. There's so many damn X Factors. Can't even put them on the screen. What are we going to do about Mr. Luke Kuechly? We're going to neutralize him. We're not going to throw a pick. Let's see, what do you do? Rack up 400 combined yards would... What? I guess that's actually not that hard. 400 yards. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. X Factor QB, this is not easy at all. This is... We're just going to let him have it. Do what you want. We just got to win. That's the goal. Here we go. Levi Stadium. Home of the 2020 Super Bowl champions? Question mark? Maybe? Not even sure. But this opener should be a fun one. Hopefully all the numbers are looking good. Tart and company. I like it. I like what we're looking like. And it's a sunny day. It's a perfect way to start out the game. Okay. Yeah, Vernon Davis can't wear his original number, but 84 still suits him pretty well. Of course, if you didn't see that, Vernon Davis is now the backup tight end. And I'm actually kind of pumped for him. I think he's actually going to be a bigger signing than we're giving him credit for. Never really trusted the backup tight ends on this roster. Vernon still has a lot left in the tank, and he's going to have some games. He's not going to be the greatest receiver in the world for us, but don't be surprised when sometimes he comes out and saves us. That's all I'm going to say. I expect things from him, at least as a blocking player. And then looking at the other side of the ball, they have a pretty dynamic offense. They got some speeders, very similar to our team, honestly. They've got a running back that was kind of supposedly this receiving guy. Can't really get the job done as a number 1 back. Proving haters wrong. Got 2 quarterbacks that, once again, doubters all the time. Got 2 fast guys that aren't really big number 1 guys, but they still play well. And then a number 1 tight end that gets it all done. Very similar offenses, to be honest. And then offensive line talent, very similar there as well. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I'd say we're a little more complete, but they have a couple of better playmakers, I think, there. And speaking of playmakers, Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe none bigger on this team. 90 throw power, 85 medium, 80 overall. And the biggest thing is that he has now 2 superstar abilities, and they are big. Of course, you can see here the Seahawks already winning their first game, and ironically, it's against another bird, and it's a tough one, the Philadelphia Eagles. We got to play smart. There was a couple of times where we just didn't look good in preseason. Good find to Pettis for 7. Maybe underestimating these cornerbacks as well. They've got a few guys. They're not completely helpless at cornerback. When you think of, oh, look at that, great block as well. When you think of the Panthers now, you probably think of the linebackers. Unless Brian Burns is technically an end. But you still have to worry about them corners. They have a couple of guys with speed. They got some size there. Safeties may be a little bit more of a liability, but still following the blocks, and Breida is just out. Breida could be gone, and look at Brian Burns. Holy crap, he looks huge. I know Breida's small, but how big is he? He's 6'5", 249. I honestly think he looks like he's 6'7" here. Oh, inside. We're going to have to take a hit. Almost a turnover already. Oh, my Lord. I almost called him Bobby Wagner. Luke Kuechly coming out with the hit power. I almost called him Bobby because that's the guy I'm used to getting hit sticked on. Luke Kuechly isn't really known as that type of player. Going to go to Derrick Henry. Let's see what he can do this time. Still just absolutely obliterating Derrick Henry. He's a big guy and he's a freak, but there's just some guys you can't beat. 3rd and 1, this is why we got Henry. These are the reasons why, and doesn't even need it. He's actually going to find some room and powers down to the 1. And there goes our charade. The charade has been ruined. I don't know why we switched sides, but that's the way it is. I guess it doesn't matter because Pettis is wide open. They came with the blitz. When we switched sides, it gave it away. I'm not sure how they didn't audible there, but I figured we would catch him off guard, but just not when we made it so obvious afterwards. All right, here we go from the 25-yard line. Kind of feel bad about not giving Breida or even just any of the running backs a touchdown there because they were the ones that set it up. And there goes McCaffrey out for a 6-yard gain. Offense looks sharp. We did exactly what we wanted to do. Maybe get a pass, then start running the ball. And the ball of the running was very good. To leave, I'm not sure how he's getting so much play time here, but we'll have to monitor that a little bit. And that's just way too far. What do we think we're doing? The rookie Pierce coming in and stopping DJ Moore. It was in zone coverage, so I'm not going to really say that he was much fault there. And there goes a read option. Cam, don't know what he's trying to do, but lowers the shoulder a bit and just about gains the first. Surprised he didn't break that for 20+. This talent, this defense have got so much more talented over the last season. Oh, no, there we go. Just based on experience and, actual gained players. So I really hope we can at least prove that that's a truthful statement. Bringing everyone on the other side. If he counters it to the right, we're screwed. Josh Jones try to use that speed, going to outrun Fred, but Fred is going to say, yeah, well, I engaged him first here, pal. Too late. Come on, guys. To the outside, and the rookie White gets burned. They're throwing a lot of fast guys at him. He's been used to using his speed to make up for mistakes, but going against a really fast receiving core, so at the end of the day, his mistakes might not have enough leeway. And there goes D Ford off the edge. He really did have a great season pass rushing, but I think he was even more impressive in run support. Nick Bosa was great too, but he was more of the double-teamed guy, so he's kind of taking the plays, and no, that's a touchdown. It's been really more of an overview the first drive on their side, and the Buccaneers come out swinging. But yeah, not the way either defense was hoping to come out here. I think really both teams kind of similarly played there. They passed it a little bit more, but not by much. I don't think you go back to the ground. I think they're going to be coming out with a little bit of blitzing, and we're going to try to pass the ball. It is unfortunately going to be a hold, so we're just going to chuck this down. Try to make a safe play and just, no reason to risk it. Mike Person, I believe, back at center, called for the hold there. Really interesting there. You don't really see you don't think of the center as the guy that's going to hold often. And there is nobody in sight on Pettis. Pettis has one to beat. It's not going to be easy because it's Dante, one of the fastest players in the NFL, but holy crap, what a play. Absolutely burned down the field, and a dime by Jimmy. But that's a good dime. Definitely impressed with that one. Go back to the ground now. Offenses looked next to flawless, and we had to cut in last second because Goodwin just wasn't giving the effort. And there's QT, but unfortunately with the pressure, it's misthrown. We're going to go to Derrick Henry, but he had Kuechly on him. I don't think there was much separation there. See if we can catch him off guard here. The fullback maybe. We're going to go to Breida outside. He's fast enough. He's going to have to take a hit. He does take that hit, but that's still maybe short. 4th and inches, I think the statistic gods would tell you it's time to go for the ball here. Coming back out here, this is a bit of a fake now. Hopefully we can catch the edge. It's a fake. Can Breida catch the edge? He can. There goes Pettis with a great block, but he fumbles the ball. No, Breida. I believe that's Breida's 2nd fumble of the game. This one recovered by the Panthers, man. Still a little shocked by how much playtime Talib is getting here. And there goes Quan jumping the play. Perfect defense by the superstar himself. Have to make up for it with Fred on this side. And we do get him. Nick Bosa with the safety. D Ford forces it. Nick Bosa finishes it. Good job. That was an amazing play by D Ford. I know it's not easy to bring him down, but the fact that he on his own, made that play. I know, in fairness, they probably shifted over to try to protect the blitz side, but still, an amazing play, a great call to blitz them. I mean, you can't play conservative there. If you blitz them, they're likely to get rid of it quickly. And here's Samuel. He's going to just avoid the hit. That's a really good punt. We're trying to get creative again. A little worried. Vernon inside. I'm going to trust him. Drops the ball. That's fine. I mean, it's not easy, but I like to see that caught. Maybe trying to overcoach here. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gonna trust Kittle inside, and another drop. Pettis is fine. I'm not even gonna say he should have caught it, or I wish he would have caught it. But the other 2 catches, they're big. They're big drops, specifically Kittle. Buckner getting caught up, but he does get off in time and brings him down. It's gonna be a 3rd and about 6. Got the rookie safety Pierce in coverage. Gets burned, but not as bad as Talib. However, Quan Alexander recovers, and it's going to be 4th and 1. Going to go with the play action. Vernon's going to be our main look. Vernon's going to get pretty open, and a decent enough block. Vernon is going to gain about 20 plus on the play. Good stuff. Up the middle, not sure why we're not seeing Derrick Henry here. He's power back. This looks like a power play in my book, but Breida's still going to gain about 4. A little worrisome, man. I mean, Breida is clearly showing he's the better pure back, but his lack of size is really concerning with how many fumbles he has already. Quick throw to the fullback, and that's another fumble. No, it's not. It's an incomplete pass. Hopefully they're in man coverage. They're not. Kittle underneath. Make that tackle. Make that tackle break, and here we are in another 4th down and inches. No, it's a 1st down. What a play, Kittle. He's got to avoid Kuechly, man. Kuechly is just popping the ball out left and right. There we go. 1 to beat, 2 to beat. Kuechly comes in, but it's not until the 1st down, averaging about 10 yards per carry after that big burst early in the game. And now here's the big boy, Derrick Henry. Come on, let's see what he can do. Derrick Henry up the gut, and unfortunately, we thought the fullback was going to grab him. He made the smart choice, though, to get in front of Kuechly instead. Going to audible to this to a stretch. I don't think they're ready for it. And that's another hit stick by Kuechly. He's just unstoppable. He's a freight train. We have a freight train, and that's a freaking nuke. Run again. So here we are with the 5 wide. Well, quote-unquote 5 wide. Vernon is open. Vernon, not enough in the tank to score. Kuechly got burned. Maybe the throw could have been better, let him upfield, but instead it's going to be 4th and goal from the 1. Derrick Henry really hasn't shown that he should be trusted here, but we're going to give it to him. And Henry can't get it, man. And that's going to be a turnover on downs at the 1. I just think statistically, you're supposed to go for the 1st down there. I just don't see why you wouldn't. Here they are in a bad spot to potentially get safetied again. And really good D by Sherman, Oh, good try by Quan. Quan is definitely making some really good angles this game, but he got blocked on the cutback. They are going to run again, and why wouldn't you? Quan Alexander, one-on-one, can't finish the tackle, and the rookie Pierce gets him. If Quan makes that tackle, it's another great field position play. And there's a pick by that superstar who made a mistake, and he has the speed. No, he doesn't. Down to the 6. Good job making up for that tackle and break mistake. Breida's in, so they know we're going to run this ball. And we are going to, and it's a good block, but an even better play by, who is that, actually? Is that Darby? Okay. Nowhere to go, and that's just a sack we should not be taking. In the red zone, so can we maybe not struggle? No one really over. Is going to take the underneath to Goodwin, who's going to get back to the 10, but nothing else, and this will be finally a field goal. But at the same time, when you can pin him down at the 1 and you only need 1 for 7, I think the probability of those being good decisions in the end has got to outweigh a field goal. It has to. It has to. But you know the reporters, you know the articles. It's always going to be, why didn't they kick the field goal? They lost by 2. And then when you lose by 2 and you went for the field goals, why didn't they go for it? 4th and 1, man. The percentages are there. What are they doing? You can never win in the NFL as a coach, I tell you. Inside, there's no one there, and Quan with a big hit. Maybe not the same level of intimidation that you're going to get from a Luke Kuechly. Oh, we got in trouble. We got in trouble there. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. It's just yards we can't be giving up. But still, a fast guy you're scared of. To the outside, and then he's going to find him back in, and we switch to the wrong guy. Quan takes it down to the 27. Finally, a timeout. I was about to call one, to be honest. And honestly, they may even run the ball. They will not. Underneath the rookie. Solid. Okay, we don't need that. Solid, prevention there. No chance of them running it, so we might as well leave it there. Buckner forces an early one, and we miss the tackle. Fortunately, we will be forced to return this ball. However, what a return. We actually have a chance to move this ball. Really thought for a split second there we just broke that free. And that's just really bad execution. I thought could have easily got down, an extra couple of yards and maybe Hail Married it, but that's just poor by us. Down by 2 and really bad execution. Mostert gave us a chance. Only took him 3 seconds to get about 20-plus yards to round midfield. We should have just taken our Hail Mary and been happy with it. Vernon Davis with the tackle. Winning and losing this game is really going to come down to us getting some pressure, and wow, what a freaking tank. Buckner is huge, and I love him. This is most likely a run. Bring him up. It's not a run. Sherman break off of that. He doesn't, and Moore has got room. The rookie Pierce takes him down, but not until a gain of 22. We're coming with the house, and just another cutback lane. The rookie misses down to the 3. This is unfortunate. The amount of clock being wasted as well alone is triggering. And there's just holes everywhere. This D-line is just not winning their assignments. Going to go with the wheel play. Inside, Goodwin gets popped. Please, let's let the ball go down, Breida. Don't need that ball popping straight up. Kittle's a bit of a freak. I'm going to send him up the field. No, but QT. And then with the block, QT could catch the edge, but no, he does not. Kittle with his size should have really pancaked that man. In my eyes, Kittle can do basically no wrong, but that's a missed opportunity. And now here's the reason you get a guy like Henry. Look at the size. Really good block by Tomlinson there. Insane block. Don't get me wrong, Kuechly still made the tackle, but to even get that kind of push on him is pretty impressive. Inside, and he fumbles for a 3rd time in this game. I love Breida to death, and I think he's beyond the number 1 on this team. You got to put Henry in. You just can't keep the guy in after 3 fumbles. And, of course, they catch it basically in traffic. Only 3 missed throws by Cam this afternoon. Down by 9 from the 13. Fresh set of downs. We got to hold him to 3 here. To the outside. Somebody's got to bring, come up there. That's a 4-yard gain. And even worse, if he doesn't fall out of bounds, that's simply going to be a first down, maybe even a score. There's no signs that it should be anything but a run here. And even with the run commit, they gain about 3 or 4. The rookie Pierce, come on, somebody make a play. And there he goes. Eric Armstead is the guy. We hold him to 3. Still time. Let's see if the offense can get it together. Getting scary. And there's, more pressure. I know in fairness they did bring like 6 there, but we did have 6 blockers. I mean, the first half looked great, and then it just fell apart in the second. The momentum from the turnovers. More pressure, man. More freaking pressure. They are just getting in almost instantly. Start of the 4th quarter, and this is not looking good. I know they're not under center, but this is a run. Apparently not. They trick us, so now not only are we cucking ourselves, we're mentally cucking ourselves. And the worst part is, it's beyond too late to run the ball. So even when we run the ball here, we can gain so much yards, but it's just not going to be worth it. Really good stiff arm, but Pettis he just had no interest in blocking the first man. And still act like there is time. And we had to throw it outside because simply would have been picked. QT to the outside, and that's a man that did his job. Hurry up to the line. He actually picked up a block on the run. It's a terrible throw. I know it's not easy, but you've got to get that in the vicinity. We caught it in between. He's going to chuck this thing up, and it's dropped, unfortunately. A lot of guys are tired. And once again, off the edge, just nobody playing any sort of offensive blocking. I mean, there's just simply no one open there. I mean, what do you want me to do? I just don't know what I can do there. Just going to have to chuck this up to Kittle. And it's just not caught. This is a blowout at this point. I'm not going to say Matt Breida is the reason we lost, but holy crap, he really did not help. And underneath, there's nobody on him. Once again, speaking of Quan, I know it's not technically his job because he has to, fade in between, but wide open underneath. And of course, they do score another touchdown, leaving us with a score of 38-12 now. Inside is open. And just coverage sack, simply put. If somebody could get open, that would be really freaking cool, though. QT to the outside, and the safety's in perfect coverage, though. The Panthers have been, like, the greatest defense to ever hit the field this game, though. Much as we've given them a lot of opportunities, they have made it very hard. Once again, just absolutely no blocking there. Vic Beasley is not a talented guy. He's just not a good player. Inside, Goodwin catches it, and another fumble on the play. He's almost going to take this back for a pick 6. Like, is there even a chance to get on the field? Of course, we brought the backups in. There's no reason with this kind of pressure and no chance to win that we should keep them in. Tannehill is now under center, and we're starting to find some success. Has nothing to do with Jimmy or anything. Just if we have to face somebody with an even better pass rush, which we will. I mean, look at that. Just nothing. And then perfect coverage on the other side. I don't know how we're going to survive this season at this rate. Hurd, quick throw. Hurd gets the stiff arm. Gains about 10. And you go verticals, quick inside. QT, I don't know how the hell he held on to that one. Vernon back of the end zone. That was actually a really good try. We're going to do whatever we can to try and just score. And that is 1,000% PI. And instead, it's a freaking pick. You actually picked that off. It's pass interference. Literally a legal touch, and you can't press someone 10 yards off the route or 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. We got handled. We simply got handled. I thought with the safety we had momentum, and the offense wasn't playing well, but defense didn't play well either. It's not a victimless game from the defense. Wasn't great by us, and a lot of those things on the defensive side really did make for a harder scenario. But the fumbles, they were just key. How many turnovers we had in that game is just, you just can't do that. You can't win games turning the ball over like that. And even worse is the offensive line, just horrendous. Just so freaking bad. Christian McCaffrey got hurt in the game. I mean, Breida can have all the yards he wants, but at the end of the day, fumbling 3 times and losing 2 of them, that's going to lose you the game. That's about it. Sack totals, we had 2. They had 4. But more importantly, we were under pressure the entire game. Do they actually have stats for that? And even worse, we're going against an even better pass rusher this week and easily a better defense as a whole. in the Dallas Cowboys. After that, though, Giants, Bills, bye week, and then Redskins. Even if we do start out 0-2, you know, it's expected from the Cowboys, I think, to get destroyed. But to lose 48-12 to the Panthers is just embarrassing. I really don't know what else to tell you there. We got to do better, and I mean, that's all I can really say. We just got to do better. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you can come in with the best game plan ever, and things just don't happen. You can call the best plays, but at the end of the day, it's all on the players to really execute, and just wasn't a good outing. I thought we did as well as we could, but there was some mistakes, and ultimately they costed us, and the momentum was just too much. The Panthers pretty much took every single play they had and made it perfect. It is what it is. On to week 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video,